Pre-market game plan is important because you need to understand exactly what you're looking for in the markets, right? So the S&P 500 game plan is as follows. If we take a look at this chart over here on Friday, right, what you can see, what I want traders to understand is that we had a 4-hour fair value gap over here, this large rectangle. So it's the candle before the fair value gap, which is my point of interest. However, we have a fair value gap resting above. So for those who are watching this video before the 12th of May, 2025, this is the next target I'm looking for on the ES or the S&P 500, the next fair value gap above current price. But having a pre-market game plan is very important because it gives you the confidence to go into the market and know what you're looking for. So if we look at this, right, so on the 4-hour time frame, price will be most likely to reach the PY. Now it's important to understand this pre-market game plan of going up bullish was actually wrong because the market gave us a short position. So having a pre-market game plan doesn't guarantee that your direction is going to be right. It's more of a way of understanding where the market is going to gravitate towards, right? So if we go to the 15-minute time frame, right, a pre-market game plan is very simple. So if we go to the 15-minute time frame, let's actually look at it on the ATAS platform, right? So on the ATAS platform, I'm looking for the bearish upper fair value gap and the 15-minute fair value gap down here. So as you can see here, price respects this 15-minute fair value gap resting over here in this region. And we also had a 15-minute fair value gap over here. So this was my key level on ES. So when you have a 15-minute fair value gap, that is essentially your level. So a pre-market game plan is very important because you typically want to be keeping an eye in the New York opening session. You want to be keeping an eye on one 15-minute fair value gap or maybe two 15-minute fair value gaps that price is likely to react from. All right, so I circled this zone. This was around, if you look at this, around 15 or 12 minutes into the session. I'm looking for price and how it behaves at this particular region. Now, with that being said, if we now go down to the 15-minute time frame, right? So let's take a look at our PowerPoint, right? So when you form a pre-market game plan, you're typically looking at where 15-minute fair value gaps have occurred. So using a pre-market game plan is advantageous because it shows you where you want to be entering and where you want to be exiting. So essentially, this is what the pre-market game plan looked like. We have a 15-minute fair value gap. We can see the Asian range hasn't been swept in the London session. So